Right guys, this time on Safra Engineering we're going to go more work on the Mondeo and we're going to get it closer to being back on the road. Let's go. Right guys, so we're in the back of the car. As you can see, I've been tightening up the wiring, getting basically what I want. So repurposed the, you can't really see there, repurposed the fuse box to carry on doing the internal pump, and now it's going to also do the power for the all-wheel drive pump. And then I got the two controller thingies, so I'm going to mount them like somewhere up there, and then they're on their own fuse, which is like a trippable thing, so you can do that just to turn one or two pumps off. Yeah, so I'm gonna get that up and stuck in there, try keep obviously the wires all neat and stuff, but yeah, I think it's going to look okay. I've just got to make sure that I can get to you know, the switches when I have that, like there's like a, so if we look on the side you can kind of see there's a fabric plate that goes over the hole, so I just got to make sure on this side I can see them through that like hole thing, you know, the pad. So probably about here. Yeah, let's get it done. Okay, so I didn't really video any of that because I'm just bent over into the back of my thing making a mess, but as you can see that's kind of what I want. So here's the two controllers, they are now feeding back to the pumps, so that can be tucked away nicely under there. It'll all hide behind the panel, and I can get to these bad boys, so I can click them on and trip them. Got to run the signal wire to control these to the ECU. As I said, repurposed the fuse box, so that's all good. That's still not pointless, you know. The problem was I needed one fuse and it's actually a 4 fuse box, so yeah, it's a bit overkill for what it's needed, but yeah, I think that's looking relatively neat. You're not going to see any of it, it's all going to be hidden. I'm going to cable tie back these things down to there and make it all nice. But yeah, that's about it. Right guys, so this is pretty much finally how it's going to be with the cables all tied up. As you can see, there is one little wire hanging there, and that's going to be the PWM wire that goes to that little hole there and then into the wiring to the ECU. What I'm going to be using is the wire that goes to the ECU that's supposed to be the fuel pump trigger wire. So I'm going to use that and make it an output of PWM and get that sorted out. Jump those two, make these two work. So yeah, that is pretty much that. I mean, the next step, which I'm not really looking forward to, is getting under the car, stripping out the wiring that goes sort of like in the middle of the car into the fuel pump, and then figuring out which wire it is out of there. I've got a 99% sure I can get to it and I can do it, but then running it back up neatly inside of the cable sheathing into there. So yeah, it's not the easiest of things to do, but I'll get it done. Probably not show you too much because I'm going to be scrambling around on my back, but I will come back and I will let you know what's going on. Right guys, another change of plans. It's getting a bit dark and it is absolutely freezing. It's actually been a nice day today. It's getting pretty close to Christmas, so we can't really do too much. Trying to wrap up as much as I can, trying to keep myself motivated. So what I'm going to do now, decided we need an oil change before we put that new turbo on. The oil was only a couple of 100 miles old, but I think when the last turbo let go, it cooked the oil. It was very dark, so it needs to be changed. Got a whole lot of new oil, but that means I need to get the front up, so I need to get the side down, the back down onto something a bit more solid. So I'm probably just going to show you guys how I do that, my back and forth motion in a quick time lapse, because it's a real pain in the ass having a lowered car like this. As you can see, I can't get a jack under there, so let me crack on with it before it gets dark. Alright guys, I just got you under here while this is still dripping away. I don't know if you can see that. See how black that is. So black, so dark. As I say, I think it got cooked when the turbo let out, and then obviously me driving home. I mean, it's still pretty when I let it drip off, it's still like, it's not terrible, it hasn't got grit or anything in it. It's still pretty viscous. It just looks really dark. Like it's got cooked basically. So I'm going to let this drain for a little while. Yeah, let it drain, do the filter, and then maybe come back tomorrow and get this in, because it's getting a bit dark now. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. Interesting, very interesting, a little disconcerting, but I think it should be fine. Fingers crossed, that's for damn sure. Alright guys, so the final thing what we're going to get done in this video, or we're going to try and get done in this video, is final fitment of that turbo. So I've got some stuff out the way. I'm going to turn some lights on and things so you can see a bit better. But basically, what we've got to do is sit it in the place. I've got to get the turbo oil drain attached first, because it's right on the bottom. Put it in, put the turbo bracket bolt on, then get these mounted up, the V-bands, and then start doing all of the other part work. So what I'm going to do, get some light in here. I'm going to get you on a time lapse. I'm going to struggle to get this thing in a bit. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't drop any of those freaking nuts again. That was a pain in the butt. But let's see how we go. And there we go guys, so that's it now. As you can see, it's a hell of a fiddle to get things in, to have the turbo over, get the oil drain, get it tart, then get to these AN fittings here, which as you saw I don't use an AN wrench for, so they're all pretty much scratched up, but that's the least of my worries. So it's in, it's got a worm clamp over here, which is not great. It's got like 4 worm clamps actually holding that bit together, but I am going to sort something. That's just temporary because I'm not going to be running lots of boost. I think I'm going to just try it like it is with the injectors that I got on at the moment, because I need to order bigger injectors. Those are coming from Europe, and being Christmas time, it's going to take a long time for them to come. So I think that is pretty much where we are at the moment. I've got to pre-oil this bad boy before we start the car, so I'm going to feed some oil down there. Also, what I want to do is pump some oil out of here, so I know I've got a flow. I also know that there's clean oil coming out of there, just in case there's any dirty oil still in there, so get that out. Yeah, oil it, finish off this wiring, put the EMU back in, start it up, make sure it runs, and then do the PWM stuff for the fuel pump and the Haldex setup. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there very slowly, but we are certainly getting there. Right guys, so that is going to be that for this week. As I said, next week, or next video, we're going to get that thing pre-oiled, going to get the car started, get the wiring finally done, and get the thing back on the road. So we're that close. We are so close to this now. Next video, we're definitely going to be back trying out the big turbo, well, the new turbo on the standard injectors, on the 1000cc injectors before the 1500cc injector upgrade. So once again, thanks for joining me on the journey. Thanks for coming along for the ride with me. And yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed your Christmas. And hope you all have a great New Year's. And I hope you all got spoilt, you know. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.